dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I have a threesome with 2 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what?
Wait, you actually don't know who those kids are?
No, I just asked you who they are. What the fuck?
Come on, tight. Now shake it.
Welcome to a new series called Celebrity News. I'm your host Vix, and in this week's episode of What the Fuck Going On with Famous People, I'm here to report. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? To influencers creating false allegations, to streamers meeting up in an ambulance, to even celebrities getting humbled by one another. Well, this is gonna be one great week to start off the new celebrity series. Starting off with the whole FaZe situation, right? A few days ago, a streamer by the name of FaZe Rain, who I think is still currently a part of FaZe, I'm not sure. At this point, FaZe has been through so much, I don't know who's in and who's out. Even though they posted a roster, god damn, I still don't know if, what the fuck, who's in, who's not. You feel me? They've been through a lot, mentally and physically. I think the whole FaZe system has been through a lot, you know? In any case, FaZe Rain accused another FaZe creator by the name of FaZe Temper of allegedly talking to minors, with the whole statement being made live on stream. Tyler, roll the clip.
It breaks my fucking heart. This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had a threesome with 2 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that?
But basically, the whole situation ended up being not true, and the whole Twitter community had a field day with it. On top of that, FaZe Banks, FaZe Temper, FaZe Rain, a whole lot of FaZe members reacted and responded. It was a whole crazy situation. But just to make it clear, in the clip, he didn't specifically call out FaZe Temper. The only reason FaZe Temper even came in the limelight is because FaZe Banks came out on Twitter and mentioned FaZe Temper as being the person who FaZe Rain was talking about.
But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck, talking about there's a pedophile at FaZe.
Hey, I'ma be honest, after this video, I might actually hate the word FaZe just because I've said it so much, but hey, bro, it's
for the people, man. It's for the people. It's for the views. It's for the views. You know, it's for the motherfucking views, bitch. Why they so low?
This whole situation has been covered by many YouTubers already, so I would recommend you go check them out for information or details that you guys might want or need, I don't know. Now, this next topic is gonna be a little graphic, so for YouTube purposes, Tyler, make sure you blur the shit out, okay? Thank you. So during Kaisenat's stream, which he's currently on a 30-day Mafia-thon, which is basically live for 30 days, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how they do it. I just don't. I don't know. Anyway, on day 15 of the 30-day live stream, Kaisenat had a segment where him and his friends were participating in a science experiment with a few up-and-coming streamers. And during the segment, one of Kaisenat's friends, who's also a notable streamer by the name of Ty Lil, got very injured. Now Tyler, show the clip with the big "do not try this at home" sign and 99% editing, cause we like YouTube. Yes sir, we do.
Go. Now. Close it. Come on, tight. Now shake it.
Oh my god,
Ty Lil,
you're super funny.
thankfully he was okay and was immediately rushed to the hospital. W. Kaisenat for even handling the situation real fast and making sure everybody was okay. But make a mental note of the ambulance word. Make a mental note, because that would be important later on in the video. Talil ended up dislocating 2 of his fingers as well as suffering from a few burns. Here is the aftermath of the damage he suffered. Thankfully he got the help immediately and I'm sure he'll be alright. But wait, remember when I said the word ambulance, or at least keep a mental note of the word ambulance? Yeah, well, during that ambulance ride that brought him to the hospital, he ran into another famous creator by the name of Black Boy Max, who's also a pretty big influential streamer in the Twitch community. Is that luck, or do they have a private ambulance for celebrities only? I don't goddamn know. But what I do know is Ty Lil ended up running into Black Boy Max on the same ambulance going to that same hospital, as well as later on commenting that he felt bad for Black Boy Max, who was throwing up while sitting next to him.
Reese, nigga, as soon as I woke there, I literally seen Max. And Max said he was sleeping and he just woke up, his shoulder was hurting. And while he was driving to the hospital, and I feel bad, he really looked sick. While he drove to the hospital, he just started throwing up his shit. Like, I think it's check on him too. I was just talking to him.
But because of that, we now have the iconic picture of two celebrity streamers sitting in what I assume to be the hospital waiting room. Pretty crazy, pretty wild, pretty fire, you know? I'm not saying the situation is good or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's pretty iconic, you know? You would never see that. I mean, shit, even DDG commented. He said, shit, that could have been a whole stream. Let me pull up, or something along the lines. I don't know. I didn't see the whole comment. Anyway, I wish them a speedy recovery, and I do hope both of them get well fast and soon, and I hope they're able to go back to streaming and do whatever they do on their daily basis. Moving on. DDG and Bruce Drop 'Em Off finally ended their beef, and not in the way anybody expected. Tyler, roll the clip.
Hey, okay. That boy big there under the building. Oh God, look at this nigga, man. This nigga can't stop smiling, bro.
Throughout the whole reconcile stream, Bruce Drop 'Em Off threw a numerous amount of insults towards DDG. But the way the stream ended, nobody would have thought that would have been even possible. Because at the end of the day, DDG ended up apologizing for mistakes that he's made like weeks or years prior. I didn't further research into the topic just because it was so bizarre. I mean, imagine having insults thrown at you while you're throwing insults back, and then at the end of all that, you apologize, and even Bruce Drop 'Em Off third-handedly called him out for it. I mean, Tyler, you can even show it.
50. Oh my God, he's small as fuck too. Yo, you gotta apologize too, bro. You called me a hoe. What the fuck is that? The fuck?
I apologize for calling you a hoe if you feel like that was disrespectful.
It got so wild to the point that Bruce Drop 'Em Off started going at DDG's ex-wife, fiance, girlfriend, whatever it is, I'm not sure. But even after all that, the aftermath was that DDG apologized. I mean, I guess it's partially understandable because there's legal shit involved in that, and I don't know the whole legality behind all this bullshit. I don't know, it was just sad to see, I guess. But I mean, I guess from a man's perspective though, I understand. I don't know. Fucking hell. Anyway, I'm not an expert on that topic, so we're just gonna let bygones be bygones. Whatever the fuck that actually means. I just heard that quote last week. I thought that was kind of pretty fire, you feel me? Now, the next topic is a little interesting because for those who don't know what pump.fun is, basically it's a platform, website, or an app that originally was supposed to just revolve around crypto meme coin launching, right? But as of recently, pump.fun has tried to transition into a streaming platform and is currently doing the same strategy as Kick did when it first launched. And what I mean by that, basically, when Kick used to throw money at streamers, small or big, just to stream on their exclusive platform exclusively with them, that's essentially the same exact thing that pump.fun is currently using, or at least the strategy that they're currently using. They're paying small streamers or large streamers to exclusively stream on their platform, right? But because of this whole new streaming phase of pump.fun, a few young teenage streamers ended up going live one day and somehow leaking the whole Drake's unreleased or released music. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but I do know that Drake's album or song or whatever, something in terms of music got leaked that belonged to Drake that wasn't supposed to release.
Like pushing the finish, to slap it together, the charges like COVID, they'll catch the fuck out of this. Flip this shit, boys.
And that ended up going live on pump.fun, which became a huge scenario and a situation and a fucking drama spectacle. It was wild. It was one hell of a time, I'll tell you that. It became so big that even Aiden Ross himself got involved. Drake ended up calling Aiden Ross and trying to ask or figure out how these random streamers on pump.fun ended up getting his songs.
Crazy.
Wait, you actually don't know who those kids are?
What? No, I just asked you who they are. What the fuck?
Well, can I get the song too? Like,
Yo, bro. I don't even know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
It was a bizarre moment. You will just never see somebody going to the most randomest streaming platform that just launched and originally had to do with crypto meme coin launching. Literally, pump.fun is for anybody that is too broke to actually launch a meme coin. That was the whole original point of pump.fun. Now it's being transformed into a streaming platform, and it's pretty much throwing money at any streamer that wants to get their hands on a streaming platform with money in it, you know? Now I know I already mentioned DDG, but something notable that I have to point out, because DDG is pretty much like a walking controversy. He gets into drama everywhere he goes, somehow, some way, somewhere. In any case, one of DDG's members is going to have a fight with one of XQC's members on a brand risk boxing fight that Aiden Ross is hosting, or that he hosts every, I don't know, other week, other month, or whatever. It's basically when two streamers that don't like each other fight, or have their community members fight each other for the sake of their own egos. But in the grand scheme of things, the whole situation started because XQC looked at DDG's recent Twitch analytics and the whole streaming viewership numbers throughout his whole streaming career, and just jokingly accused DDG of botting.
DDG. I don't like how they count viewers. Yeah, maybe they changed how viewer counted it, but yeah. That's actually pretty solid. It would have went into effect on the 21st. Right? He just hasn't streamed yesterday. It actually seemed pretty solid. Let's just check the curves. Yeah, how about instead of doing the numbers, we check the curves instead? See if there's any change in, like... That's crazy though. I don't even know what that is. Wait.
Well, I don't know if it was jokingly, but he accused DDG of botting. He later retracted the statement, but then he said I'm joking or whatever. I don't know what the fuck going on. In any case, what I do know is that DDG and XQC, both of their community members, are gonna fight each other in a brand risk boxing fight that Aiden Ross is hosting live on Kick. I don't stream on Kick or have anything to do with Kick, so I don't give a fuck about what they got going on. Whoever wins, I'll be here to report on it though. I'll tell you that. Even though I ain't watching, I know ChatGPT is gonna have the result. I'm telling you, that's exactly how I'm gonna find out. Because if you think I'm watching that bullshit, fuck out of here. Hell no. Now I could keep going on and on and on and on about all this news bullshit about this week, because this week on creators, influencers, and celebrity news, yeah, this week is fucked up, okay? We got the whole David situation that I can get into, but I'm not going to get into that because that shit's deep, dark, and disgusting. And then we also got the whole begathon with Kai Cenat, motherfucker begging for subs and shit. It's insane, you know. At this point, bro, I hope next week is better. But with all that being said, make sure you like, subscribe. While you're at it, while you're in the description, make sure you join the Discord, because bro, I'm trying to get 2,000 members. And on that note, I will see you all next week, and cue the outro.